Okay, so last night I talked about Nosferatu at length. So tonight I'm going to talk about a film where I would argue that most horror films and definitely most vampire films would not be the same without had there not been a Nosferatu. This film definitely would not exist without Nosferatu because it's about the making of Nosferatu. This is Eli Smirhaj's Shadow of the Vampire, starring John Malkovich and Willem Dafoe, along with Udo Kier, Carrie Elways. Um, uh, just a great, supporting cast. Great folks. It posits this idea of what if F.W. Murnau had traveled to Europe into the wilds and actually cast a real vampire as his Nosferatu character. And so in this idea, Willem Dafoe's Max Schreck is a real vampire causing havoc on the set of Shadow of the Vampire. I actually had a similar idea one time, but it was about a real vampire on the set of Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, so that obviously would have been a much different film. Maybe someday I'll still get a chance to do that one. It's a great view into, first of all, silent film making. The idea of these goggles and the where, because the lights were would explode and be shattering and stuff. The techniques, the hand cranking. It's a cool view into that. It's also really an interesting take on what lengths is an artist willing to go to accomplish his vision, to achieve reality, to achieve truth in his expression. And what sacrifices are you willing to make? And this really puts the question to the audience. And it's just a fun little dark, fun, creepy little film. Really well done, very well acted. A little inconsistent in the directing, a little editing. I think Eli Smirhaj, who came out of the very far of art house filmmaking, possibly after this and another film or two, decided maybe studio filmmaking and notes with producers and stuff wasn't really for him. And as someone else who came out of the fine arts, I absolutely can understand that. But we still have this film, and it's a great little masterpiece, and it's great viewing for October. So that's tonight's episode. It's sort of the second part of a two-part Nosferatu series this week. Thank you for listening. My name is Jim Towns. It's October 16th. We're one day closer to Halloween. Thank you. Have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.